Hey there, you're watching the Jessa channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and this is Pathfinder Kingmaker. The second try. We played Pathfinder Kingmaker earlier on last year, actually late last year when it came out. And we played Baudelaire the Bard, but this time we're going to be playing a different character. And I will introduce her to you shortly. This will be edited episodes of Pathfinder Kingmaker with all of the wonderful story kept in and all of the fluff edited out. Let's hit new game of Pathfinder Kingmaker. We will be exploring the Stolen Lands, a wild territory that has been contested for centuries. Hundreds of kingdoms have risen and fallen in these lands, and now it is time for you to make your mark by building our own kingdom. Yeah, to succeed in this, we're going to need to survive the harsh wilderness and the menace of rival nations, as well as perils from within our own court. But Zahra isn't interested in any of that. She has no idea what fate is about to befall her. We will now select our character. I have chosen a custom portrait for our character, and scrolling down, here she is. This is Zahra Feysister. Her last name, Feysister, is actually the name of her clan or coven. Zahra is a druid, and she belongs to a very secret and very elite, I guess you'd say, group of druids, all women, who call themselves the Feysister clan. This clan of druids, in order to get into this elusive group, as it were, you need to show the utmost of leadership skills and the deepest connection to nature. These sisters make it their goal to protect nature and its beauty and grace and its law. And that's really key here. They believe in nature's law over any god, believing that nature herself, Mother Nature as it were, is a law unto itself, that no race on Golarion could possibly overcome. And so they do their best to protect the interests of nature. Zahra Feysister, when she was about 18 summers old, left her home in an elven glade. I don't know the world of Golarion enough to know exactly where that might be, so why don't you let me know in the comments below. However, she wandered the world and found, by complete accident, a Feysister who, without Zahra even knowing it, put her through training. That Feysister saw that spark of steely strength that is needed to protect the interests of the natural world. The Feysisters can be decisive to the point of almost being brutal at times if they feel that something is going to cause harm to their domain. Zahra is an elf. She will have keen senses, elven magic, elven immunities, and she will also be familiar with elven weapons. This means that she will be able to use a bow. I am using a mod which allows her to have more hairstyles. Most of them are not effective. However, one is this one here, which is not normally available to the elf race. Her hair, we'll go with this one here. And her skin tone, I think the closest we can get is this. Her body type, very thin, as her portrait portrays. Zahra Feysister, of course, is a druid. I'm going to build her out as a Fey speaker because that goes really well with her backstory. She hears the whispers of the natural world like Fey creatures do and learn to mimic those tantalizing murmurs in order to influence the minds of both wild beasts and civilized people. These Fey speakers, like Zahra, are often touched by Fey in some way, such as mortals who dare to eat the food and drink the wine while in the hidden halls of the Fey. Every Feysister in Zahra's very exclusive clan has secrets. No Feysister may speak of how they finally earn their name, where they give up their birth family name and become a Feysister. And it's rumored that they develop some very special powers as a result. For example, each Feysister gets a nature bond. She can choose one of the domains of air, animal, earth, fire, plant, water, or weather. This was a hard choice for Zahra when she was going through the final stages of her initiation. One day, as she contemplated her domain, which one she would choose, and she was out walking in the forest, communing as she loves to do, she heard a tiny little meow. And there, underneath a bit of bracken, was the tiniest baby leopard she had ever seen. Sadly, its mother lay not far away, taken by greedy hunters. Without any thought, Zahra picked up her new friend. "It's okay," she murmured. "It's okay. Not only will I help you, but you've also helped me, little one. You've helped me choose. Finally, I know that my option is to form a close bond with an animal companion. Unlike normal animal companions of its kind, an animal companion's hit dice, abilities, skills, and feats advance as the druid advances in level. As if a character receives an animal companion from more than one source, her effective druid levels stack for the purpose of determining the statistics and abilities of the companion. So basically that sums up to her companion, who, as she looks down into its beautiful tawny eyes and the little tiny spots on its body as it shivers and mews, and she says, "I think I'll call you Bracken to remind me of where I found you." And so Bracken is basically going to be her kick-butt companion. So we will, for Nature Bond, be taking an animal companion. And that companion will be a leopard. This leopard has a wonderful attack bite, Bracken does, which causes foes to trip. And when they fall, they are then prone. Once they try and get up, they provoke an attack of opportunity. So the way that I am playing Zahra and Bracken is as a team. Zahra's goal is to be taught by her leopard how to shapeshift into animal forms. This is part of the next stage of her Feysister training. And she and Bracken focus is on attacking. They're basically a team of flankers, where the tank in the party and the damage dealers are in front. They go behind, flank, and do a little bit of damage, but they're not really there to do a bunch of damage. They're there to move and be mobile around the battlefield. But at first, Zahra will only be able to use her bow, which, despite being an elf, she admits she's still not very good at. The Earth Mother of the Feysister Coven shakes her head every time that Zahra goes through bow practice. Zahra's ability points and skill points reflect my goal of making her a very mobile combatant whose job is to avoid getting hit rather than having high constitution. She's got just 9 hit points, not very much, but the point is that she is not really ever going to engage directly with the enemy. That's what the tank is for. That's what the barbarian is for, the damage dealers. And she's not even really a damage dealer. Her job is as a flanker, basically a second line combatant, I guess you'd say. Her job is to be mobile along with Bracken, her leopard, moving through the battlefield, flanking enemies so that other teammates can take them down because they're being flanked. There's a higher attack score. So that's basically how I'm thinking of working her. And athletics, lore nature, stealth, and mobility is what we're aiming for with her. Here we're going to take some feats. I'm actually going to show unavailable to show you my plan with Zahra. But if you are a Pathfinder class wizard, a build wizard, I should say, let me know in the comments what you might choose. Keep in mind that I'm not focused on min-maxing or damage. I'm focused on roleplay. There is a natural spell shape here, natural spell feat here that needs wisdom 13, which we don't have. However, we will have the ability to raise one of our ability scores around the same time, if I'm not mistaken, that will get the wild wolf shape, which isn't until level 6. So there's no need to have that higher wisdom right now, particularly because the Feysister casts spells based on charisma rather than wisdom. Because she will be starting out with a bow and using her bow as a backup before she can get her wild shape, we're going to go with point blank. Look at her, isn't she lovely? So finally we have Zahra Feysister. Her birthday is the 2nd of, her birthday is the 28th of February. Her voice is brave.
I'm wounded. We cannot be defeated. We won't falter.
We won't falter because the Feysisters are some of the bravest druids in the land. Like I told you, they're so brave that they can be almost brutal to a point. The Feysisters also believe in law, but not the law of man or any race, but the law of nature. So lawful characters like Zahra will tell the truth. They will keep their word. They will respect authority, the authority of nature. They will honor tradition, nature's traditions, the seasons, for example, the places in which things grow and other things do not grow. And they will judge those who fall short of their duties of doing that, especially other Feysisters. You can be expelled from the coven of the Feysisters, and once done, you may never return. The last thing to note about the coven of the Feysisters is that they cannot marry. They are married to the earth. Therefore, if a Feysister falls in love, and chooses to marry, she voluntarily takes off her wreath, takes down her implements, her staff, her bow, hands them to the mothers of the coven. Everyone looks down and does not meet that sister's eye as she walks away. So it's a very serious choice, and only a few sisters have chosen it in the hundreds of years that this coven has been around. That means that should Zahra fall in love in this playthrough, it's risky business.
This doesn't suit me.
In the next episode, we will move into the story of this fantastic game, Pathfinder Kingmaker. And thank you, as always, for watching.